I met him at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel about a year and a half ago before he came. He couldn't talk. Literally. He covered his mouth. Joe, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. He covered his mouth like this to talk. And he held his elbow like this because his hand shook so much. No, everybody. There's nobody in here that can talk worth a shit. You may think you can. I know Baldy over here thinks he can, but he can't. His communication skills are mediocre at best. And he's the best communicator in the group. And so, I mean, but he actually went. Just like the kid that stuttered, the guy that's the president of the Toastmasters in Australia, he couldn't talk either. And I'm telling you, if you can have none of the skills, but if you can communicate, you're going to make $1 trillion. Because you can't convey your message if you can't fucking talk. And they will ascribe wrongfully that you're really not committed, you're not sincere, and you're not passionate because you can't talk.
Ben Carson.
Correct. Yeah. But if you can talk, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
They'll ascribe wrongfully the other way, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And rightly or wrongly, I could always talk. And I consider myself a wealthy guy way before I had money because I could communicate. And I failed public speaking in high school twice, and I failed public speaking in university twice. And when I went back to get the honor of the year, 25, I went back and I saw that cocksucker that was my public speaking professor. And he just looked down. Well, we're all wrong once in a while. But I didn't have the skill sets. So, and what he considered good public speaking wasn't, I was studying Hitler and Stalin and Churchill and John Kennedy, to see, to hone my skills after that. So I got to be a really good speaker. So I was a good speaker even as a kid, but I got to be a world-class speaker. And how do you get to be a world-class speaker? You made a lot of fucking bad speeches, which I have. I've had people throw dinner plates at me, giving speeches. They take the... Now your little peelies would be hurt, and you'd walk off the stage like this. So, his communication skills have gotten extremely, well, they're still not world class, but they're pretty good. Plus, he's a doctor talking to a doctor. And that's better than the lawyer or the KPMG guy talking to the doctor. So, I mean, he's done well, and he's still working his ass off as a surgeon, and cutting them up, and but he's hot and bothered about it. He sounds it. I mean, he sounds enthusiastic. He sounds enthusiastic. He's done it pretty. I've got kids that are doing a better job. I mean, Dennis is going to talk. He's done a great job. And the one that he got close, I don't want to steal his thunder. This one that got away just recently. But very seldom, guys, do you get the first one you go after. Occasionally you do. But because we're buying them, when I show you how to do it, we're buying them what you would consider on the cheap. We're buying them the Scottish way. On the cheap. Nay money. You can see your little eyes sparkle already, Graham. You cheap fuck. Anyway, I mean, but see, that's a compliment to be called a mean fuck. They're tight with their money. I know he's tighter with his money than his wife. You can always get another old lady. But money, that's something else. I don't like to tell you, Leanne, but I mean, you know him better than I do. He's not denying anything, is he? And but the communication skills, and he's done well. What's the takeaway? I mean, from Dr. Joe?
Work hard.
Yeah. He's doing 60 hours a week being a surgeon, cutting them up, and 50 hours a week on QLA. 50 hours plus on QLA. Yes, sir.
What do you mean by doing QLA?
In other words, he's forming his board, looking for acquisitions,
Talking to banks.
and now he's past the banks now because he's got all these financial institutions warmed up because that's area's hot. Plus, he's a doctor, and they wrongfully think that he can run them. And he'd be the first to say, but we have a CEO that can run them. A guy that's run, 50 or 80 of them already. And so and he's put together some world-class people on the board. Plus, he's got one of the big 4 accounting firms and one of the second, I think, largest law firm in the world. And so, I mean, he's done it right. But he had a couple of defaults, and he was candid with you how he slipped a little because everybody looking for not an easy way out, but maybe I can make it a little shorter. Yeah.
Some of the guys he founded was through LinkedIn?
Yeah, LinkedIn is the thing. It's a great tool. It's been around 5-8 years, I don't know, maybe longer. But by definition, everybody that signs up for LinkedIn is looking for a deal, a position, a job, money. They may say they're interested in nonprofits, but even nonprofit board members get paid. So by definition, you got a whole universe of whores looking for something. By definition, when you're on fucking LinkedIn, you want something. It's that simple. Yeah.
Even when you're looking on LinkedIn, should you be more regional when you're looking for?
Well, you start regional, and then, but if you have to go spread out, you do. I mean, his board is Florida, Chicago, San Francisco to San Diego. And a lot of retired, not a lot, but many retired Big 4 guys are in Florida. They kind of gravitate there. Even the European ones gravitate there because of the good weather. Another big group of them go to San Diego. And when we talk about how to build the board, which we will in a couple of days, but LinkedIn is a great tool. And then, of course, the trade associations we talked about. And as I said, under Trump, depending on what he cuts out of Obamacare, healthcare is still hot. But there's going to be 2 or 3 things he cuts out. I don't know what those 2 or 3 are now because he hasn't announced them. But when he announces them, then we'll adjust. And because we want to go where there's an abundance of opportunity. We don't want to go to the area that President-elect Trump has decided to get rid of. But the hospital stocks are going down in value now because of just the fear, the perception that he's going to fuck with Obamacare, which he's going to fuck with. I don't know what aspect of it he's going to fuck with, and he's going to change some other things. But all you have to do, look in the newspaper, YouTubers, for the leading stocks, leading industries for the last week, and they're foretelling what Trump, based on what Trump has said so far. You look at construction, anything, building infrastructure, Caterpillar tractor. I mean, all that shit is going to be doing better. So the stocks are up, and so far the alphabet stocks, the Googles, etc., where people have been putting money in because nobody was spending money on infrastructure, have been going down. And interest rates are still very low historically. Right now, we should probably be at prime LIBOR base rate of 8, 9, and we're at 2 or 2.5 or something like that. Now, someday they're going to go up again, but it takes time. They don't just raise them up, from 2 to 8. Although I've seen interest rates go up, a full 100 basis points. 100 basis points is the difference between 2 and 3. I've seen that, a long time ago. Anything else about Dr. Joe? Okay, YouTubers, thank you.